For a long time now, motoring's D-Segment has been a largely German-driven fight, with competitors such as BMW's 3 Series, the Mercedes C-Class and Audi's A4. Well, thankfully, there's now a very sporty contender coming from a company which has a real racing origin. Jaguar have introduced the XE. The XE introduces this D-Segment, but brings with it much more sporting pretensions than we see in its counterparts. Firstly, take a look at it from the outside. Notice anything? It's got a lot of the same styling features, the slashes, the lines, a lot of features which come off Jaguar's F-Type sports car. The one I'm driving is the XE with the R Sport package, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. You get the scattering of R Sport badges, one on the steering wheel, you get them on the outside of the car, the wheels. It's just an overall fantastic looking package. Now, sport is in Jaguar's DNA, thanks to the fact that the XE rides largely aluminium chassis, which has specially been designed for this vehicle. It also sits on its own specially designed suspension system and runs a specially developed engine from Jaguar's Ingenium engine plant. Now, tailor-made's always good, and the blenders really worked well. The Jaguar feels fantastically pointed and focused. It's a really gripping car in the bends, really thrilling to drive, and the power delivery is very good too. The one I'm driving has the 2-litre diesel engine. It's a 4-cylinder engine and kicks out 140 kilowatts of power and, more importantly, 450 newton meters of torque. Now, that's a lot of power, and you can really feel it when you put your foot down. Power is immediate, it's pointed and it's sharp. Couple this with its sporty chassis and its racing dynamics, overall drive feels incredibly close to a 4-door version of the F-Type. So really, hats off to Jaguar for pulling this one off. They climbed into a market space which was not only very German orientated here in the D-Segment, they also climbed into a space where the other competitors had had a lot more time at the game. But Jaguar have done an absolutely incredible job at pulling this one off. It feels extremely pointed and sharp, and really is a lot of fun to drive, especially for an executive sedan. So how about space? Well, up front, you're seated in a beautifully appointed cabin. Not only am I cocooned by this extended dash line, everything is done in top-notch materials and is leather-wrapped. In the back, however, you find, due to the fact that it's such a sporty style, they have cut a little bit into the rear passenger compartment, so space isn't quite as much as what I would have liked. With the seat back in my driving position, while I can fit into the back, you don't have quite as much comfort as you do in, say, a Mercedes C-Class. The boot, however, is massive. For a car of this segment, it's 450 litres. Now, that's almost SUV sized. It's a very, very large boot and quite an impressive feat. Especially when you look at the profile of the vehicle, it actually doesn't look like a car which you'd have a lot of boot space, but in fact you do. So what about media and entertainment? Well, the Jaguar features JLR's latest version of the entertainment system. Jaguar have done a fantastic job of the InTouch touchscreen based infotainment system. To the side you've got quick launch icons. For example, on the left you've got your home settings, park distance sensors and camera. On the other side you've got your mode, you've got your media, telephone and navigation. Everything is very clean and crisply put together thanks to this touchscreen interface. It's got a Metro tile style UI. So, for example, you click on media, you've got your media through a host of sources. When you go back, you've got your Bluetooth telephony, your climate-based controls, and your navigation. Everything within the system follows the same order and style, and it's very cleanly done. So if you go into the navigation, you see that same Metro-style UI interface. It also includes things such as emergency services, points of interest, and it's just overall a very easy to use and nice interface. The XE is offered in a host of engines. Now this diesel, being a 4-cylinder engine, remains a pretty economical option. Apart from its massive torque, which means power is always immediate and it's great for overtaking, it also averages amazing fuel consumption. Jaguar claim it to be a combined 5.4 litres to 100 kilometers, a figure which I'm very inclined to believe, because I've driven this car for the best part of a week now and taken it all over the Cape. I've still got a lot of fuel left in the tank. Inside the cabin you also find it's dressed in a piano black, and you've got this lovely rising gear selector. I also love the way the start button pulsates like a heartbeat when you fire the Jag into life. So what have Jaguar done here with the XE? Well, they've largely come into a German-run playground and brought something with British origin. And has it worked? I think yes it has. It's worked incredibly well. The car feels quick on its feet, it's pointed, it's sharp, it looks like nothing else out there, and it sounds good too. So yes, Jaguar have done a fantastic job, and it's loads of fun to drive. From me, Jason of TechnoBok, until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Cheers for now.
TechnoBok.